We've reached a defining point in the season. Week 8 in a huge game here on EA Sports College Football. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Atkins. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Brad Jackson, what a game he had last time out. 3 touchdowns, better than 200 yards, leading his team to victory. Got the quick completion. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Straight ahead, it's Jenkins. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage.
Snags it and he's open. The 40. At the 20. Bounces and squirms his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The Green Wave offense heads onto the field for their first possession of the game. Let's take a look for the first time in this one at Jamari McClure. Here's a guy that can really deliver tough yards on the ground for this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Long way to go on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down to the air. Pulls it in. It's Lewis.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll pull it down. Quick spin on the run. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the first down.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop them.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Quick give. It's McClure. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Turner. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense in press coverage. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. In the red area, it's McClure. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw one first. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On play action. Right down the middle. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane. Looking for the tie with the extra point. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, it's Jenkins. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Left side is Smith. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Now the pitch. Breaks into the open. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll move the wide receiver. Jackson will throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete with conviction on the crosser. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. That one just came off his hand badly.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most.
Caught, and he's got room. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They'll run it. It's McClure doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. It's 1st down from the 11. To the ground. He's got it again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Touchdown, Green Wave! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Got an alley. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss block.
Past the 6. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his target. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Snapped on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fresh set of downs going up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hill.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Sells to fake. Fires to the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Looking to throw on third. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looking for that first down on third and short from the 28. Motion from the wideout. Oh, maybe a double pass. Right side, it's Evans. Finds a seam. Past the 10. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after his return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Hits inside. It's McClure. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Turns up. It's Hill. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Lewis. Down he goes. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Lewis. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. He got it, beat down in bounds.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And now this offense will take the field again. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines, be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Jackson will throw. He's got it. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws it back. He's got it. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Nothing but green grass down the middle. To the house. Touchdown, Tulane.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Keeps it himself. Now the toss. Turning it on. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Making the adjustment. Jackson gonna throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down.
Booster.
Needs it here on fourth down. Throws for the tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Running inside. It's McClure. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Powers through the defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Jackson will throw. Left side is Jenkins. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum.
It's caught. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throws it back. Look out. Gets rid of it.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They just keep firing. Escapes the pressure to his right. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Yeah, and how about this defense? Great job on 2nd down and long, now forcing an even more predictable situation. This offensive line better get it together because that pass rush is coming.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Throws to the back. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move. Going for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Jackson gonna throw it. Unloads it left. Hauls it in. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He caught it. The hands, the feet. He steps his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. So an 82-yard drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, down here on the Tulane sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Wants to go up top on second down. Right side, it's Lewis. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense set on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to...
There he goes! And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So first down, we'll open up the final period. The give, it's Turner. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Selling the fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I feel like this defense really needed that, man. They need a shot in the arm. They've had some bad possessions, not been great. Nice job getting to the quarterback. Get him in a predictable third and long situations where now you can unleash that pass rush.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll go back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarter?
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And the extra point right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Quarterback changing the play. Jackson will throw. They're all over it. Just got rid of that one.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? Fourth quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming. And they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Ready to fire from the pistol. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Out wide right, it's Jenkins. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Got to make the play on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Straight ahead, it's Daniels. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down to the air. Rushes on. Avoids pressure on the right. He'll pull it down and run. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll move the wide receiver. Maybe a double pass. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quick give. It's Jenkins. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Now the